Today we have a look at events that happened on Valentine's Day, a found child, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Madison and a look at sports with Eli.
Today is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022.
We are live from Shroyer Studio H12 on the campus of Bradley Central High School, and you are watching VOX News Today.
Welcome back. I'm Alex Wingard.
And I'm Amber Filyaw.
Our North Carolina community held a candlelight vigil Tuesday for the victims of a suspected plane crash. The vigil was held in the town of Atlantic. Organizers set up a table with photos of those who are believed to have died in the crash, along with candles and several flower arrangements. Ministers from churches in the county came to pray and comfort the community, and organizers spoke about how much the community turnout meant to them.
2 Texas deputies are shot and injured, responded to a call. The suspected shooter is dead. Deputies responded to a call of shots fired at a Houston area home Tuesday night. When they arrived, the suspect allegedly began firing at them. Authorities described the situation as an ambush. The deputies fired back, killing the suspect. The deputies were hit in the leg and one grazed in the head. They're both expected to be okay. Authorities say the suspect was out on bond for aggravated assault of a family member in 2020.
Valentine's Day wasn't just for giving chocolate this year. For Brent White, his wife gave him the gift of half of her liver. The couple has been married for about 9 years, but last February, Joanne noticed a difference in Brent's health and personality. He was taken to the hospital and marked with a liver disease score. I decided at that point if there was any way we could get him a transplant, I was going to do everything in my power to make that happen, including living donor transplant, Joanne says. The two have now recovered closer than ever.
A unique sight in a Minnesota front yard is turning heads and warming hearts. Andrew Bentley, an artist, has made an ice garden for his wife and kids to see. It took about 12 days to put up. I think there's around 30 pieces, Bentley says. He had been working with ceramics for 25 years, but then he found an interest in ice sculpting. Most people look at the weather at those frigid days they are dreading. Those are my favorite days to do this.
The biggest vivid blue diamond is up for grabs for a pretty penny. It's called the De Beers Calinian Blue, and Sotheby's said it could sell for at least $48 million. The 15.1 carat gem is also the largest internally flawless set-cut vivid blue diamond that the Gemological Institute of America has ever appraised. The GIA has also deemed the diamond as fancy vivid blue, the highest color grading possible. The big rock is expected to be placed at auction at Sotheby's Hong Kong Luxury Week in April.
A 9-year-old girl shot on Valentine's Day has died. Arlena Alvarez was in the car with her family when bullets started flying. Houston police say the man who opened fire had just been robbed at gunpoint at a drive-thru at the ATM. He says a truck shot through a truck he thought he saw the robber jump into, but it was Arlene in that truck with her parents and brothers on the way to get pizza. Xavier Walton talked to Arlene's dad about his little girl.
Heavy rain slides and floods in Petropolis. At least 34 are dead in the Rio de Janeiro state area after having fallen victim to the natural disasters, but the death toll isn't final yet. Searchers fear that when they scrutinize the wreckage, more bodies could surface. A woman named Rosaline Virgilio was in tears as she recalled the pleas for help from a woman she couldn't save from the disaster. There was a woman screaming, "Help, get me out of here," but we couldn't do anything. The water was gushing out and the mud was gushing out, she told the Associated Press. Our city, unfortunately, is finished.
A death threat halts an avocado chain supply from Mexico. U.S. officials investigate. The suspended avocado imports are causing worry for the economy in both countries. The inspector received an anonymous death threat that is marked as credible. The inspector received this threat after he refused to allow a shipment of avocados to go north of Michigan in the U.S. The officials said the temporary suspension will remain until the inspectors can feel safe while doing their jobs. Economically speaking, there's hundreds of thousands of jobs that rely on the export industry of these avocados here in Mexico and also in the United States, the largest exporter of avocados to the U.S. market. The supply chain should return to normal in the coming weeks.
A Massachusetts daycare has shut its doors after a teacher planned an activity involving blackface. IC Kids Newton says on February 8th, the teacher in a toddler classroom had children wearing blackface masks to celebrate Black History Month. A parent later notified the Montessori school about the incident. IC Kids says the teacher was fired, but now it had to close because of protests. It's unclear if it will reopen, but if it does, administrators say they will train all staff in diversity and creating curriculum.
Bob Saget's family wants to block the release of records related to the investigation into his death. The actor and comedian's widow and 3 daughters filed the suit on Tuesday. It seeks an injunction declaring that certain records prepared during the investigation remain confidential and exempt from public disclosure. Those records include photographs, video and audio recordings, autopsy information, and more created during the investigation. The suit says the family would suffer extreme mental pain, anguish, and emotional distress if the information were released. Saget died in his hotel room last month in Orlando, Florida. A medical examiner's report said he had COVID-19, but concluded that he died from accidental blunt head trauma to the head.
And now let's check on our weather. Madison, what can you tell us?
The mornings are cool, but things will warm up with continued and enhanced fire warnings in several counties. All of that and more right after this break.
Wow, college already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
sounds awful. Seriously, awful. But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
Final round. Fight.
Welcome back. I'm Madison Johnston with your weather. And now let's look at our weather at glance for today. Right now the area is 45 degrees with a high today of 65 and a low of 26. The precipitation is listed at 2% and the wind is at 4 miles per hour. Humidity is 100%. The dew point is 24 degrees Fahrenheit. The pressure is 30.51 inches. The visibility is 10 miles and the UV index listed today for 0 out of 10. And now let's look at our national radar. Right now there's nothing in Cleveland or in the local areas. And now let's look at our national radar. There are snow and ice storms in the north. And some rainstorms in Southern California and in Phoenix. And now let's look at our 7-day weather. Wednesday will be a high of 65 and a low of 56 with cloudy skies. Thursday we'll have rain moving in with a high of 71 and a low of 34. Friday we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 47 and a low of 24. Saturday we'll have sunny skies with a high of 56 and a low of 27. Sunday we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 62 and a low of 49. Monday we'll be having scattered showers in the area with a high of 63 and a low of 55. And Tuesday we'll be having scattered thunderstorms with a high of 70 and a low of 60. That's all I have for weather, and now here is Eli with your sports.
If you miss more Olympics, we will have coverage on that more after this break.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Misrepresent the facts? Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh, that's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. Trick 3.
Wow. I'm the greatest pitcher in the world.
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Eli, done with your sports. Camelia Bolivia skated to the top of the women's single skating competition in the Beijing Olympics Tuesday. The 15-year-old skater from the Russian Olympic Committee displayed a dominant routine, earning 82 point and 16 point from the judges. According to onlookers, Bolivia was visibly emotional when she finished her routine. The hearing on her doping charge won't happen until the games are over. A December test showed an illegal substance in Bolivia's body. She was suspended from further competition last week, but that decision was reversed. Novak Djokovic says he would rather put down his racket than roll up his sleeve in an interview with the BBC. The tennis star says he's willing to sit out the French Open and Wimbledon due to his COVID-19 vaccination status. Djokovic told the British network that although he's not against COVID-19 vaccination, he wants to make up his own mind about protecting himself against the COVID-19 virus. But since Djokovic didn't compete in the Open, Nadal went on to win and now has 21 titles, for the most ever for a male tennis player. Kylian Mbappe scored a wonderful last-minute goal to inspire Paris Saint-Germain to a 1-0 victory against Real Madrid in the Champions League round of 16 first leg tie on Tuesday. The game looked to be drifting to a goalless draw before the Frenchman drove at the Madrid defense and slotted a fine finish past Thibaut Courtois in the 94th minute of the match. It came after Lionel Messi saw his second half penalty saved by the Madrid keeper, but despite Messi and Mbappe and eventually Neymar on the pitch, it took a last gasp effort from the brilliant Frenchman to earn the win. That is all for sports. Stay tuned for more news after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
We broke Old Man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do?
Dude, kiss your life goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid.
Keep smiling, keep shining. No,
Hi. Tell him it was an accident, and we can fix the window. I'll come with you.
oh, that
Welcome back.
Working smoke detectors alerted a family to get out of a burning home in Chattanooga early Wednesday morning, according to the Chattanooga Fire Department. No one was hurt. The fire broke out a little before 6 a.m. at a home in Hickory Valley Road. CFD says responding firefighters were able to contain the fire quickly, but later discovered more fire underneath the building. Crews stayed on the scene to monitor hotspots. The fire caused significant damage. 2 people are now looking for a new place to live and are getting help from the Southeast Tennessee chapter of the American Red Cross. Right now, there's no word on what caused the fire.
A Walker Valley High School student was arrested and charged Tuesday for bringing a weapon on campus, according to the Bradley County Sheriff's Office. Around 1 p.m. Tuesday, the school's assistant principal told the student resource officer there were claims of a student with a weapon on campus threatening another student, according to BCSO. He conceded to having his vehicle searched. Bradley County BCSO says the minor was taken into custody and charged with aggravated assault, carrying weapons on school property, and possession of a vape. As the suspect and victim are minors, their names will not be included.
Good news, horror fans. A Quiet Place will become a trilogy. Paramount Pictures announced Tuesday a 3rd film in the franchise is on its way. The Office star John Krasinski directed and starred in the first 2 with his wife actor Emily Blunt. Not much is known about the plot, but A Quiet Place 3 is scheduled to release in 2025. The movie is separate from a still unnamed spin-off film set in the same universe. It's scheduled to come out next September. The first A Quiet Place film grossed $340 million with only a $17 million budget. The second installment did almost as well, earning $297 million.
Investigators got a breakthrough in a missing child case that's been open for 2 years Monday when they found the girl hidden under a staircase. The child was reported missing in 2019 when she was just 4 years old. Police executing a search warrant found her Monday in a secret room that was so hidden beneath the staircase. They had to remove planks to get access. The dark and wet enclosure is in a space that led to the home's basement. Police say the child's biological mother was in the same space. The New York home is about 150 miles away from where the child was last seen. Police had searched it before but were never given full access. The child's mother, father, and grandfather are now facing charges. She's been returned to her legal guardian and reunited with her older sister.
The makers of a new perfume say they're using the scent of something truly irresistible just in time for Valentine's Day: French fries. Frights by Idaho is a limited edition fragrance available only on the Idaho Potato Commission's website. Whether you're at a drive-thru restaurant or dining in, it's near impossible to not grab a fry and take a bite before you dive into your meal. The smell is too good to resist, explained Jamie Higham, the Commission's president and CEO. This perfume is a great gift for anyone who can't refuse a French fry, Higham says. Frights by Idaho is made from distilled Idaho potatoes and essential oils, the Commission's site says. The 1.7-ounce crystalline bottle retails for $1.89, about the price of a large order of French fries.
UTC launched a new MOX recovery program 6 weeks ago and is already generating a positive response for students. It provides access to meetings, educational programs, social events, and even retreats. With classes back in session and more students filtering back to campus from the pandemic, some students who may deal with addiction or substance misuse now have a place to feel safe and understood. Cassandra Riddle, Collegiate Recovery Program Coordinator and Educator, is leading the program along with Jamie Hargrove, a substance disorder treatment specialist for youth. This is a very high-risk community, high-risk age group, and want to create a positive environment, Riddle said. They said the UTC campus recovery is what students may need and look for who are struggling or recovering from addiction.
Surfing the web just got more interesting. The software company Opera says its browser replaces web addresses with emojis. That's right, the browser has ditched the usual staples found in web addresses, like HTTP and .com. In fact, the company says words are no longer needed at all. Instead, a string of emojis represent where you can locate a web page. Opera partnered with the company Yat for the change. Yat sells URLs with strings of emojis in them. Opera says some musicians are trying out the trend. For instance, if you type the alien emoji, followed by the music note emoji into Opera, you will be routed to rapper Lil Wayne's record label website.
Babies whose mothers were vaccinated against the coronavirus have a reduced risk of being hospitalized with the disease. That's according to a new study published Tuesday by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The study found infants are protected for the first 6 months of their lives. Researchers say pregnant women who got the jab later on in their pregnancies have an 80% chance of protecting their babies. That chance reduces to 32% if they got it early on. The study monitored 379 children who were hospitalized with COVID and other sicknesses at 20 pediatric hospitals between July and mid-January of this year.
If you want a healthy snack of leafy greens, you might enjoy eating some actual cabbage. What better way to celebrate National Cabbage Day? According to the National Day calendar, cabbage was first brought to the U.S. by French explorer Jacques Cartier. Cabbage is a diverse vegetable that is the main ingredient in dishes like kimchi, coleslaw, and many salads. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli are all different forms of cabbage. The vegetable also inspired the 1980s toy phenomenon Cabbage Patch Kids. Visitors to Babyland General Hospital in Cleveland, Georgia can still watch the live birth of one of the famous dolls.
Health experts say it's all about perspective. Look at the 7-day moving average of reported deaths. More people are dying now than at any point in the pandemic, except last winter. The CDC just released this statement saying, as always, CDC is regularly reviewing our guidance to ensure we are providing science-based recommendations that are most relevant for each moment of the pandemic. We will communicate any updates on our mask recommendations publicly if and or when they change. This means you can expect lots of questions this morning during the White House COVID-19 response team briefing.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube through our channel BCHS VOX News.
You will also find more online at our website, voxnews.net.
Remind your friends to like, subscribe, share, and tune in.
You just cannot get enough of Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 at Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears!